Use my code PAY10 to get 10% off your next order of Advanced GG. In today's Destiny 2's Edge of Fate video, we're going to be going over the brand new hand cannon called the Phoneutria Fera. It is the first of its kind. It's a spread shot hand cannon that fires pellets. So basically it's a shotgun, and I'm going to be going over all the perks that come in this shotgun so you guys know what to look for when you guys are out there grinding Arms Week. So Guardians, let's get into this.
Yo, it's time to subscribe to Paid to Be Famous. What are you doing?
Subscribe to Paid to Be Famous.
Subscribe to Paid to Be Famous. Like the video, come on.
Hell
you know
yeah.
the drill.
Button.
And slap that like button.
So if you guys want to get your hands on this hand cannon, head on over to the shooting range. And once you load in, just head right on over here. 801 will be here. And right off the bat, she's going to be offering you a quest. And you'll also be able to pick up a hand cannon right here on the front page. And if you want additional rolls of this hand cannon, you're going to go to 801's workbench. And you'll be able to focus it right here. And you're going to need combat telemetry and an Arms Week event weapon engram. And then back on the first page right here, you can purchase the Arms Week weapon engram for 25 combat telemetry. You take it to the workbench and you focus it right here. Now, the way I got combat telemetry was just by playing activities in the portal, and they drop every time you complete an activity like solo ops or something like that. So get in there, start grinding, and getting those hand cannons. Now, the Phoneutria Fera is a legendary energy hand cannon, and it does solar damage. So if we take a look at this here, when you aim down sights, and it does like a spread shot, just like a shotgun. You can also just hip fire it, and it pretty much just does the same thing, just a little bit wider. Now, if we shoot at this closest legionary here, see it does 424 to the head. We try to tag the guy behind him, does 268 to the head. And if we go even further, it does 48 to the head. If we go even further than that, as you can see, it is just ghost bullets. So this thing has very severe damage drop off. You have to be really close up on these guys to get full damage. Now, this weapon does come with the tenacity perk. When targets are nearby, final blows grant weapon damage, reload speed, and handling until the wielder's death. So as you can see in the bottom left-hand corner, I already have tenacity ×2, got ×3 there, and I'm just gonna go around and try to stack this perk up for you guys. And now you can see I've got tenacity ×20, and that is where it caps out. And at ×20, that's a 10% increase to your damage, and the damage buff never goes away unless you die, so it's a pretty good origin trait. It's literally just free damage. And you also have the Hake Breach armaments. This weapon deals increased damage against vehicles and constructs. So this perk does come in handy when you're facing like a Shrieker boss or like a tank, something like that. You're going to get that increased damage. Vehicles and stuff like that get a plus 15% to damage. Turrets and sentries get a 30% increase to damage. And stasis crystals get a 45% increase to damage. Now, looking at the first column of trait perks, you've got Barrel Shroud, Threat Remover, Threat Detector, Slide Shot, Transcendent Moment, and Proximity Power. Barrel Constrictor states that final blows with this weapon reduce the projectile spread for a short duration. Kills with this weapon reduce pellet projectile spread by 20% for 7.5 seconds. Actually pretty good for this. Then you have Threat Remover, dealing damage with all pellets in a spread, increases reload speed, handling, and stability. This is actually really good too. It's very similar to Threat Detector, increased reload speed, stability, handling when enemies are in close proximity. But the good thing about Threat Remover is that you don't have to get a kill, you just have to deal damage. And you can actually proc Threat Remover if just one enemy is near you. Whereas if you want to get the full benefits of Threat Detector, you're going to have at least 2 enemies near you, which isn't going to happen all the time. So I think Threat Remover, you're going to be able to proc that a little bit more often than Threat Detector. Then you have Slide Shot. Sliding partially reloads this weapon's magazine, temporarily boosts range and stability. It's going to refill 15% of the magazine and grant 20 range and stability on your next shot within 2.5 seconds. This is actually going to be a pretty good perk because like you saw earlier, this doesn't have a lot of range. It's got a lot of damage drop off, so Slide Shot is something to consider. Then you have Transcendent Moment. Final blows grant bonus stats based on the weapon's damage type alignment. Light elements grant stability and handling. Dark elements grant range and aim assist. While Transcendent, this weapon gets both bonuses. Now this is a very new perk, just came out with the Edge of Fate. We don't have the exact stats on how much it boosts your range and aim assist, so I don't know if I can recommend this, but as soon as we get those damage values, and if it boosts the range by a lot, this might actually be pretty good. Then we have proximity power. When targets are nearby, final blows grant bonus melee stat. So if you guys got that melee build going on, this could be pretty useful for you. Then in the last column, we have 1-2 punch, swashbuckler, binary orbit, surrounded, frenzy, and incandescent. 1-2 punch states that hitting an enemy with every pellet in a shot increases melee damage for a short duration. Hitting a target with all 12 shotgun pellets in the spread increases the damage for your next melee attack within 1.22 seconds by 100%. 1-2 punch is probably going to be the go-to perk in that last column for a lot of people, but you also have swashbuckler. Weapon kills grant a stack of swashbuckler for 4.5 seconds. It stacks up to 5 times, and at 5 stacks you get a 33.3% increase to your damage. Then we have binary orbit. Elemental final blows opposite this weapon increases damage for a short duration. Darkness final blows boost arc, solar, and void weapons. Light final blows boost stasis, strand, and kinetic weapons. This is another new perk. We don't have the exact damage values, so for a damage perk I would probably just go with like swashbuckler in the meantime, or you could go with surrounded. Surrounded is a really good perk on this thing because you have to be close with this hand cannon, and being within 15 meters of 3 enemies grants a 40% increase to damage, and the buff lingers for 1.5 seconds once the condition is no longer met. You also have Frenzy. Being in combat for an extended time increases damage handling and reload for this weapon until you are out of combat. Another really good perk. After being in combat for 12 seconds, it's going to grant you a 15% increase to damage, 100 handling, 100 reload speed for 7.5 seconds. Then you also have Incandescent. Defeating a target spreads Scorch to those nearby, and more powerful combatants and opposing guardians cause Scorch in larger radiuses. Incandescent is a very good perk, but to be honest with you, I'm not really feeling it on this weapon. We got Incandescent on a bunch of other weapons already, but if you like spread and Scorch, this is an option. So my friends, what is the God roll? Well, since there's so much damage drop off, we're really gonna need to boost that range. So I would say go with something like Full Bore for that plus 15 in range. Then you've got Accurize Rounds to boost the range by 10 more. Then I would say go with Slide Shot to get another plus 20. If we activate that right there, it goes up to 80 range and 60 stability. And then like I said earlier, probably go with a 1-2 punch, which is just really gonna make those melee builds pop off. Add a range masterwork to this, and you put like a backup mag on there. You're gonna have a 90 range, 60 stability. This weapon really is gonna make your melee builds pop off. But that is gonna do it for the video. Those are my opinions. Let me know what you guys think about this down in the comments. What role are you going to be chasing? And if you guys are new here, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Leave a like if this helped you out, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.